Welcome to today's Explainer. We often think of disagreements as this terrible thing we have to avoid at all costs. But today, we're diving into the actual art of debate. We're going to see how navigating different opinions isn't just some annoying problem to solve, it's actually a natural, absolutely essential part of citizenship and building a healthy society.
Take a look at Isaiah 1:18. It says, "Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord." I absolutely love this because it frames reasoning not as some modern political invention, but as a literal divine invitation. It sets the perfect tone for us today. We're being invited to use our minds, to really communicate, and to work through our toughest issues side by side.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're covering the power of debate, history's biggest arguments, how to make your case, the art of listening, reaching a compromise, and finally, education, morality, and peace. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The Power of Debate. Testing ideas and sharing perspectives.
Okay, so debate is absolutely not just yelling to see who can be the loudest, right? It is a highly structured, powerful tool designed to test out ideas, share totally different perspectives, and ultimately influence big decisions. When we debate, we're basically putting ideas through a massive stress test to see which ones actually hold up in the real world.
Moving to Section 2. History's Biggest Arguments. Shaping the United States.
It's wild to think about, but debates have literally shaped the biggest moments in our history. Think back to the 1787 Constitutional Convention. That's where the very framework of the entire nation was hammered out. Fast forward to 1858, the Lincoln-Douglas debates tackled monumental, nation-defining issues like slavery and a highly structured public forum. And this tradition continues straight through to our modern presidential elections today.
So why does all this history matter to you and me? Well, because when these arguments happen out in public, they actively shape policy. Opposing sides present their absolute best arguments, and through that whole process, everyday citizens get the chance to listen, weigh the options, and decide what they want to support. Those public arguments directly influence the laws that govern our everyday lives. It's literally democracy in action.
All right, Section 3. How to make your case. Strategies for presenting and defending an argument.
If you want to make your case effectively, you really have to follow 3 fundamental steps, because a great debate doesn't just happen by accident. Step 1, deep research. You've got to know your topic inside and out. Step 2 is clear organization. Your points have to flow logically, so your audience can easily follow your train of thought. And step 3 is strong delivery, presenting your ideas in a way that truly informs and persuades the people listening to you.
And there's a super vital distinction we have to make right here. Facts and evidence are what actually anchor a strong case. Just throwing around your opinions? That's not going to win anyone over. To be convincing, your argument must be tied to verifiable facts, not just how you happen to feel about a topic on any given day.
Section 4. The art of listening. Respectfully hearing opposing views.
We spend so much time obsessing over what we want to say next, but respectful listening is just as crucial as speaking. When you speak, sure, you're informing and persuading, but when you listen, you are understanding. And here is the real secret weapon. When you truly understand the other side's arguments, by listening carefully, you can respond so much more effectively. You aren't just reacting blindly, you're engaging with their actual points.
The foundation of all this is incredibly simple. Respect builds trust. Civility is what makes people even willing to listen to you in the first place. Without respect, walls go right up, communication completely stops, and honestly, you're just making noise. Respect is the absolute foundation of any productive conversation.
Section 5. Reaching a compromise. Finding common ground.
I want you to keep this big question in mind right now. How can debates actually lead to compromise? If debate isn't just about totally crushing your opponent, how do we use it to actually move forward together as a society?
Well, the answer lies in the true goal of debate. It's really not just about winning. The goal is to inform your audience, to persuade your listeners, and most importantly, to find common ground wherever possible. By listening and respectfully responding to each other, we uncover shared values. We find those overlapping areas of agreement that are completely necessary to govern and live together peacefully.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 6, Education, Morality, and Peace, the HeroesMart Academy Philosophy.
I want you to seriously consider this really powerful statement. Education without morality will hurt. Think about it. What is the point of being a highly educated, razor-sharp debater if we just use those skills to make choices that end up hurting other people?
Skill in debate without a moral compass can actually become destructive. We absolutely need a foundation of goodness to guide our intelligence. This is why the HeroesMart Academy Godly Learners series intentionally intertwines biblical morality with education. Romans 8:6-7 actually promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their mind spiritual. Combining the amazing intellectual tools of debate with a strong moral foundation means we don't just win arguments, we actually get to experience true peace.
So I want to leave you with this final, crucial question to carry forward. What role will you play in our democracy? When you step out there to research, to speak, and, most importantly, to listen, will your moral compass be strong enough to bridge the divide? Because honestly, the future health of our society depends on your answer.